Welcome to Security Weekly. I am your host, Matt Alderman. We're wrapping up our show at the Orange Technical College in Orlando, Florida. It was a third annual C3 Cyber Challenge today. But before we left, I had to interview the man behind the CTF, Wesley Alvaraz, you Director of Academics with EC Council?
Correct.
Okay. So EC Council, this was kind of a test run for you guys today, right? You guys have built this brand new platform to run the CTF called CyberQ.
Yeah, so CyberQ, and think of it as establishing your cyber IQ. That's where we got the name CyberQ, but the platform has been about 20 years in the making by some of our developers and teams. We've been running cyber competitions for years, but a platform such as CyberQ, where we're not just assessing point score, but we're assessing sophistication of attacks and exploits. That's what makes it unique, and that's why we're excited to launch it today.
So what it does is the challenge also looks at kind of the different techniques and ways to launch the attacks, and it's scoring them based on the sophistication of what they're doing. So it's not just capture the flag, but it's how you captured the flag?
Exactly. So think of it in terms of knowledge, skill, and ability. We're assessing all of that. So knowledge is going to be in the form of, a point score. Can you answer a question right? Which is, it's useful. It's what we need. And then skill and ability. Now we're measuring sophistication in technique. So that's really the design behind CyberQ, that I think it gives students more of, you didn't just, here's a point score, but here are the areas where you can essentially improve and then progress in your career.
Here's areas you did well. Here's areas you didn't do well. These are areas you might want to focus on as part of the next one.
Exactly.
So is the premise now for CyberQ to be used across the nation from an educational perspective to do other types of events like this? Yeah,
so we're looking at having regular seasons for post-secondary and secondary education. So we want to challenge students while they're in class and even outside in the summer terms as well. We'll be launching a full collegiate season in June of this year. So we're excited about that. We'll actually do that at the colloquium events that are going to be in Baltimore. June 14th is that launch. So very excited about that. But the bigger picture is challenging students, making sure, they're reinforcing their concepts that they learn in the classroom in real time. But from another perspective, we want visibility from employers to be able to recruit students based on their competencies in different job roles. And that's I think that's what we're most excited about, because there's so much skill and talent that we're seeing at the high school and college levels nowadays. We want to make sure employers have zero in focus on that. So now they can start to recruit students and help build their workforce.
Right. And plus, it ties into the educational certification programs that EC Council already has. This is a way to test how well that education is doing in the practical sense. And then if those skills with the certifications are used to help get these people into the industry, into job, that's great for the industry.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we've been doing practical assessments in the certification realm for a few years now. But this has been the first, big step in the gaming realm of practical challenges. So we're really excited, and we're excited for the results, and we're excited for the exposure it's going to bring students once they're in the platform.
That's great. And post-secondary is coming here next year, I think, to Orange County as well. I think Mike has some plans to bring in the post-secondary so that we can bring in some of the collegians with the high schoolers.
Yes.
I think it would be interesting environment next year to see how those two different groups interact together.
I agree.
At that level. So once you guys get that rolled out this summer, it looks like that's going to come here next year at this time frame.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're excited to see kind of the secondary and post-secondary mesh together. A lot of talent on both sides, and there's a lot of high school students that are just exceptionally well and have great technique and very level-headed when it comes to practical elements in a performance-based network. So we're excited. I think it's going to be great.
That's great, Wesley. Thank you to EC Council for the for supporting this event.
Absolutely.
Today.
We're happy to. We look forward to do it in future years.
Awesome. And thank you everyone for watching and listening. We'll see you soon.